Right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Void Dweller, G-chan, and away. Woo! So glad to see you all here. Yeah, because we all know what happens here, but, yeah, last time a bunch of stuff happened, which was all completely overshadowed by Jacopo really needing a seat. And, oh god, what happened to that guy? Man, seriously. Just, he needs to be, like, institutionalized right away, but such things don't exist in this, time period. And, oh god, jeez. This story is about to become just a train wreck of tragedy. Very, very soon. That's totally fine, Ji-chan. Well, let's get back into it. I had every intention of making good on that promise, and I had more than enough reason to believe I could. Though admittedly it wasn't until recently that I could say so with such confidence. It was no longer a mere slum rat's fantasy. Oh yes, Void Dweller. Our ranks were getting stronger by the day. Discontent with the Lord was up, but overall so was our morale. I could feel it. The time was near. Though the biggest motivating factor lay elsewhere, in something that had occurred about a month earlier. I get to share that little nugget with anyone else, though. This could be the key to bringing it all together. But I need to keep my head in the right place today. It's Morgana's birthday above anything else. Planning this revolution could wait another day. Oh boy. I was probably a bit too eager to get started. My judgment clouded by anticipation. The very thought that I could soon be someone of real significance. And that excitement had probably leaked up into my conversation with Morgana. If only I'd understood. Had truly grasped the extent of my own capabilities, where I should have been focusing my effort. And perhaps we could have ended up on a very different path. But it would not be until much, much later that I came to realize the error of my ways. Oh, about time y'all showed up. Get in here and give us a hand, would you? I was engulfed in the scent of roasted meat as soon as I stepped through the back door of the brothel. It smelled like it had been seasoned with herbs, kicking my appetite into high gear. Yeah, so this is interesting. This is being narrated from Jacopo, I guess, near the end of his life. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. For the common man, culinary herbs were a delicacy. Expensive and not something you could easily get your hands on. And that was doubly so for us in the slums. This is much more elaborate than I was expecting. How'd you even get all the supplies you needed? Oh, hush now. It's mostly a mishmash for everyone's rainy day funds. Events like this are about the only way I can convince the girls to let loose. Everyone's also concerned about making sure they've always got plenty saved up, which ain't a bad thing in itself, but they're gonna end up stressing themselves straight to the grave. Maria is just like, best girl. I smirked. Maria's heart was always with the girls. Obviously the party was still for Morgana, but parties were meant to be enjoyed by everyone involved, not only the star. It would have been even better if we could have given all the girls tonight off and party till we dropped. But unfortunately, business ain't strong enough to afford that. And I'd rather not deal with a bunch of blue-ball buffoons bitching at me about it earlier. So all the girls who couldn't take off are getting an extra slice of meat to make up for it. You're on cutting duty, soldier. And make sure to cut them exactly the same size. Don't want anyone blowing their top about not getting their fair share. Maria, you are an angel. The fate of the party is in your hands. Don't fuck this up.
I get the feeling I'll be their punching bag no matter how precisely I cut the meat. On a somewhat different note, I'm surprised you had orbs lying around.
Oh yeah, those are... They were a gift from one of my rugs. Hey, Jaren.
Hello, Jaren.
What's up, Jockey?
You're as obnoxiously porky as ever, I see.
That's how you're gonna greet me, you big butt? For a particular subset of our customer base, it's that relentless perk that keeps them perking. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment. Oh, some girls have to pretend to be spunky airheads to keep those guys coming back. But you? Hell, you're a natural, darling. That's impressive as hell. It is? Wee! I've got the big boss's seal of approval!
I don't think you quite get it, Jaren.
Y'all know how Jaren used to work up in the city? Well, one of her old clients followed her when she moved down here. And he's the one who gave her the herbs. Not the cheapo bottom of the barrel stuff either. This is some primo shit. Nice haul, Jaren.
You're right. You don't get this kind of aroma from a low-quality plant. It's strong enough I almost wonder if people outside can smell it.
I bet we'll have at least a few customers drawn in thinking they were craving pussy only to find out they were really hungry.
Someone needs to get this woman a damn filter.
Honey, the guys I service do not have filters, so why the hell should I?
Fair point.
I really hope Morgs likes it. I know she's the heat, even the sight of meat. But it seemed like she's gotten kind of gotten over that recently-ish.
People do change over time, so maybe she'll be fine.
Maybe she has some kind of traumatic meat-related past, and she's just now overcoming it. Wow, you hit it right on the nose, Jaren.
Oh, something to that effect.
Hey, some help with the dishes would be real nice. Oh, pick me, I'll do it. All right, Jockey. See you in a bit.
It sure didn't take long for her to make this place a home.
Oh, hush now. Y'all make it sound like that's a bad thing. What, you not want to hear something? Because personally, I'm doing everything I can to make everyone here feel at home, sugar.
No, I never said.
Oh, boss, so serious. It was just a joke. Oh, lighten up, sweet cheeks. I agree with y'all entirely. Girl like her doesn't belong in a whorehouse.
No, she doesn't.
A while back, I had suggested Jaren look into some other line of work to take up singing instead of prostitution. On the days off, she still went to the pub and performed, always to great acclaim. And while it seemed like she had seriously considered my proposition, a few days later she said, I think I'd rather stick around the brothel for a while.
You and Maria treat me like family. And I want to be with my family for now. You know? Oh.
If that's what she wants, that's her choice. I have no right to force what I think is best on her.
So, question.
Yeah.
Have y'all decided what you're gonna give her?
I haven't the faintest idea what you're referring to.
Her birthday present, obviously, you idiot.
Oh, bullshit. I know you know, I know you know, I know you know, I know.
Why does she have to be so damned astute? Or is it just that obvious? I hadn't spoken about my feelings for Morgana with anyone since I'd realized I had them. Not even Maria, my closest friend. But she had a way of seeing— oh, goddammit. But she had a way of seeing right through me. And while she often poked fun about the age difference, she never actually mocked me. Not seriously, at least. Though she did avoid bringing it up when Jaren was around out of respect for her feelings. Pretty much all of the other Goyles seemed to have picked up on it, so Jaren likely had as well. Oh boy. Then again, it was Jaren, so it was equally likely she hadn't an inkling. After one particularly extensive round of teasing, Maria had gone to say—
Yeah, they talked about this in the original. In the end, all that really matters is that you're happy. Sure, I'll feel bad for Jaren. But ultimately, me and you, we've been to hell and back together. If I have to pick one of you, it'll be you. Oh boy. Maria. And yeah, I know, cheesy as fuck. Y'all don't have to tell me. But hey, there's still a chance that Morgana will give you the most brutal rejection of all time. Hell, I call that one more likely than the alternative. Oh boy.
That was her way of showing support.
So, what'd y'all get her? As your big sister, I'd be happy to check out the present before y'all give it to her. Make sure you don't make too big an ass out of yourself. Oh boy.
Again, I'm older than you. And again, we're not related. I bought a necklace as per your suggestion. Goyles appreciate that sort of thing, don't they?
Oh, most do. Me, I got a taste for knives and other such pointed things. I doubt she has much interest in those. No.
Sometimes I wonder if you're actually a Goyle.
You serious, Jacopo? Excuse y'all? Who's the last guy you saw with tits like these? I'm pretty damn smoking if I do say so myself. That you are. Oh, Maria, I'm kind of disappointed in you, though. Y'all telling me this body don't light a fire in your loins?
Not even a spark. I've grown so accustomed to seeing you over the years, you don't even register in that part of my brain.
So I guess that means you do see her as a sister. Is that how it works? Y'all spend so much time with someone you go numb?
Would you rather I did find you arousing?
Hell no! Y'all so much lay a finger on me and I'll make sure you never get it up again.
And don't bring up the subject. I'm gonna choose to believe she means I won't get up on my feet again.
So?
So?
Today's the day, right? You give her the present and I'll tell her how you feel? Oh boy, Maria, what the fuck are you doing?
Excuse me. Why would I?
Oh, don't be a wuss. It's about damn time you manned up and told her. I'd suggest otherwise. I think y'all got a better chance than you think.
Do I need to remind you how old she is?
12 as of today. Practically an adult. Oh, god damn it. Seriously. Yeah, but did you really want to be? I was knee deep in dick at that age. Oh, god.
You're comparing her to you?
The longer y'all hold off saying something, the more difficult it becomes. Break a leg. Part is going to be in the back, so there won't be any customers around to interfere. Oh boy. Ugh.
All right.
Seriously, Maria, seriously. Anywho, I got decorations to put up. Yo, got going, meat boy.
Would wait until she turned 16, really be putting off for too long.
No, it wouldn't.
How would I even go about saying it, assuming I actually did? Even if your face still isn't healed in 4 years, I'll take you as my lifetime partner, Morgana? God, no, that's terrible. There has to be a better way to put it. So much for a nice, relaxing birthday party.
Morgana arrived as the sun was beginning to set and our preparations neared completion.
Myself, Maria, Jaren, and a handful of other girls that didn't have to work were gathered in the back room. Dishes stacked with food lined the floor, and our group sat in a circle around it. Several different conversations going on at once.
I apologize for not being able to assist in any way.
Oh, don't apologize. It's your birthday. See, a little bummed down, let the world revolve around you for once.
If you insist.
Hey, girl, hop right on down. Not in the freaking corner.
Hey, Morgana. There's space next to me. It's a much better spot than over there in the corner. Have easy access to anything you'd like to eat. Oh, I suppose if you wanted, I could get your food for you.
I'll sit next to Maria.
Yeah, I think it does feel a bit out of character. It does feel kind of forced in that aspect. I kind of agree with Jishan.
Don't think I didn't hear that.
Hi there, Morgs. How's the drink? Your head spinning yet?
It most certainly is not.
Well, let's make it spin. I know, Jishan, and that's what has me really concerned. Yeah, I agree with you completely, Jishan. Let's make the whole world spin. Whee!
Wine is only to be used for nourishment. It is not meant for base recreation. You shall be smitten down from above if...
It's fine, don't worry. Even God seems to get at least out of his mind.
How dare you disrespect the Lord like...
Eat, drink, eat, drink.
Wait, stop, I can't.
Huh? I'm in heaven, my stomach's in heaven.
She's sound asleep.
Oh, girl acts like it's her birthday we're celebrating here. What do y'all say? Want me to give her a good whack upside the head?
No, it's fine. Let her sleep. She looks so happy. I would almost feel bad waking her. If y'all say so, you're the one in charge today.
So, y'all and Jaren getting along all right? It looked like y'all were trying to keep your distance a little while back. I don't get that impression from y'all anymore. But if there's any friction at all, don't hesitate to let me know. Huh?
I'm getting along fine with her now. If anything does come up, I will tell you.
Okay. Well, I'm really glad to hear it. With Jaren, it's, well, what you see is what you get. Once you get past that, there's never a dull moment with her.
Indeed. Although it wasn't anything I did that cleared the air between us, but...
Oh?
Never mind.
And this asshole thinks because he's paying, that means he can do whatever he feels like. And I'm having to tell him to back off. And just, I can't believe some of these guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I've got a good one too. This other day, this guy came in totally shit-faced. Wait, are y'all serious? Why didn't y'all tell me about this earlier? I'd chase the pricks off if I'd known.
It seems like any time you get more than a couple of these girls together, conversation inevitably drifts back to work. Which, of course, is the subject Morgana's least keen on. She looks like she wants to run away. Guess I've got to step in. You guys think you could maybe change the subject?
Oh, shoot, like we have anything else to talk about? It's literally what we do all day and night.
Making the boy-stay girl want to hide in a corner defeats all purpose, don't you think? Oh, no. Don't mind me. I don't have anything I want to talk about. At least eat something, then. I've eaten plenty, thank you. I'm quite full. And how about the cookies? They're barely sweetened and dry as rocks, but they're edible.
Jacopo, you little bitch. You all got some shit talk my cookies in my face.
Stop it, Maria. Stop throwing things at me. For God's sake, can you not show a modicum of decorum for just one day?
Yeah, y'all are totally one to talk. Y'all could try not being a massive dick for once in your life.
Name one thing I've done to warrant this kind of abuse.
You really want me to say it? Y'all first. You're the one who started throwing accusations. There it is, right on schedule, you two little lovebirds. Fight, fight, fight!
We are not lovebirds!
We are not lovebirds! Although I kind of wish you were in that case, but, you know, Maria doesn't swing that way. She doesn't swing anyway. Blech. I don't even care anymore. Y'all are right about one thing, though. This is Morgana's day, so let's change the subject.
Like I said, I don't have anything to talk about.
Sure you do. Y'all just have to look a little harder. Not saying you have to remember this for us. It can be anything. Let's see. Here's an idea. Are there any guys you got your eyes on? Sorry.
There is.
What? Seriously? What? Seriously? Holy shit! Who is it? Tell me, who's the lucky guy?
God.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Don't give me that look. I don't need your sympathy.
If y'all are gonna dream big, right? Yeah, they definitely do. I think that's a very interesting way to take Maria's character. That, you know, that she's Erois and that, you know, she's working as a prostitute and she doesn't mind it at all. If y'all got a dream big, right? Yeah, I know where y'all are coming from. Pining after the all-powerful, all-knowing God. I with y'all.
You bald-faced liar.
Oh, the grass may be a hell of a lot greener up there, but it's a bit far. Don't y'all think? You're better off settling for the weeds down here.
Did she just imply I'm a weed?
Say, the young man over...
Wait, stop right there. Don't say another word.
Oh, whoopsie, me and my big mouth. I almost did your job for you.
Damn it, Maria! This is not good. Like hell I'm gonna let her spill it on a whim.
Oh, God.
I have to do something before she has another slip of the tongue. Morgana? What she was trying to say is that
I have to go.
what?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Sure.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much that, Ji-chan, yeah. Yeah. Maria would be perfect just if it wasn't for that aspect that really feels like totally, honestly, it feels very out of character for her. I really don't appreciate that aspect of the story, and I kind of wish that, but yeah. My songs ain't gonna last much longer if y'all keep this up.
This is no laughing matter.
Ow, what the hell? Don't throw things at me.
You did it first. Damn it all.
Huh. Now that was a good laugh. God, you're such a dork. How hard is it to just say it?
It would have been easier if you hadn't cornered me like that.
Y'all expect me to believe you would have done it without a little nudge? God damn it, Maria, what the fuck are you doing?
I would have. Eventually.
Eventually gonna cut it. Now's the right time. And don't worry, me and the girls will make fun of you too much for getting your rocks off little girls.
That's not the reason I like her. Besides, I would wait for at least 4 years before.
Doesn't mean you can't tail her now. I think it'd do her wonders, really. She's, well, you know. So I think someone knowing someone cares about her lighten the load a bit. I mean, obviously, we care about her too. She's like family. But there's something sisterly love just can't hold a candle to. Yeah, exactly, Ji-chan. Mushy romance may not be my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean even I don't think it'd be nice to have something special just every once in a while. When she comes back, give her the necklace and tell her how y'all feel. And if she turns you down, we can all have a good laugh about it. That's right, Voidwella, you never saw the original, so you don't know what happens. Oh boy, okay, I won't go too spoilery, but it's something that's probably gonna happen very soon. Maria, what the fuck are you doing? Maria and a few other girls chuckled.
My lips have twisted in almost one knot from sheer overwhelming discomfort. But at the same time, I knew she had a point. I could say how I felt now just as easily as 4 years from now. Couldn't develop into anything for some time yet, no. But certainly letting Morgana know that someone cared about her, and how I specifically, could very well lighten some of the load she bore. As much as she had warmed up to us, she still very clearly kept herself walled off. And though she tried to pretend otherwise, she did still get rather gloomy whenever she passed by something reflective. But if I could convince her that her physical appearance had no bearing on my feelings, then maybe, just maybe, it could clear away some of the clouds hanging over her. Possibly even light the way to the day when I could last see her smile. That was all the motivation I needed.
Oh boy.
I'll do it. I'll tell her. Not only for myself, but for her as well. I can do this.
Oh god, my stomach is getting...
And now I'm making myself as nervous as hell. Calm yourself, Jacopo, this is nothing. You've infiltrated the Lord's Manor for crying out loud. And Goya, you feel considerably less likely to kill you. Even a child could do it.
Y'all look so tense your nerves could snap at any moment.
I am not. God damn it. Please hurry up, Morgana. I want to get this over with as soon as possible.
Here we go.
Was that a...
Sounded like a scream. Trouble with the client, maybe?
No, it didn't sound like that kind of scream. Something's wrong. I can feel it in my gut. Maria, I need you to take the goils down to the cellar. Now.
Alright. I'll set him down, but I'm coming with y'all to see what's up. It could just be a client causing a ruckus.
No, you go with the goils. I'll check it out. Now get moving.
Okay. I'm going. Wake up, Jared. Come on.
No.
Following the first, there were several more screams, intermingled with what sounded like men shouting from the guest room. Something very bad was happening out there.
My sword is back at the armory. Damn it. Taking a brief detour to the kitchen to grab a knife, I then dashed through the corridor towards the source of the disturbance. Shoving my way past a several layer thick makeshift curtain.
Here we go. Wow, this music. No! Help! Ah!
Stay back! I'm just a customer! I don't have anything!
Jim, what the fuck?
What the hell was I seeing?
Help!
Ah! Why was this happening? This seriously all they got? My shit's worth more than most of this garbage. Take the hoes alive, you hear me? They'll probably sell for more than anything else we find. They were laying waste to the brothel. Untrained, unarmed, and unclothed, the Goldens and their clients alike were helpless against the slaughter being raised down upon them. Bludgeoned, mutilated, massacred. A good dozen men, thieves by the look of it, had swarmed the brothel, utterly ravaging it. Blood fled every which way, staining the colorful fabric hanging on the walls. The stench of blood. Screams of agony. Cries of fear. And hours of mad glee. Sorry. Hoots of mad glee, all blended in one sickening blur. Ugh! I nearly stepped into the chaos, but stopped myself at the last second. I was furious. Of course I was. I knew those Goyles and the band of barbarians were slaughtering them before my very eyes. I wanted nothing more than to charge in and rescue all of them. But I also knew damn well that me charging in there alone would accomplish nothing. God damn it! Why now? Why here? Why, how'd they get so many men in here? Is there any signs of organized movement? Someone would have noticed. I would have heard about it. How did they manage to sneak past everyone we have on patrol? How is it even possible such a bunch of damn bandits meant to organize a raid of this scale without anyone catching wind of it? God damn it! There's no saving anyone in the guest room. I need to find whoever else I can and get them out through the back. As soon as I decided there was nothing I could do here, my next job was obviously to minimize any further loss of life. I knew logically it was the smart thing to do, but that knowledge didn't do anything to quell the anger rolling around inside me. And then another thought snapped to the front of my mind, rattling me further. Morgana! She had said she was going to the bathroom. It was when she hadn't come this way. Oh, so ideally hoped. But hope wasn't enough to overcome the fear that she had. I searched frantically for any sign of her. More panicked than I had even realized. I knew exactly what one of the brutes would do to Morgana if they happened to cross her. A prostitute indeed in health they would merely take captive. But seeing Morgana's face, they would assume she had some kind of disease. They would kill her without a second thought. Morgana! Then take my search elsewhere. I set off, my shadows subtly darkening. But in too much of a rush to notice. Oh God!
Ooh, we got stabbed.
Something seemed to crash into me from behind. The world flashed in and out of view. For a split second, the multicolored fabrics around me appeared in black and white. I barely held on to my consciousness. A few seconds later, the pain set in. My gaze drifted downward to the curious protrusion in my stomach.
How the fuck did he survive that?
My gaze drifted downward to the curious... Oh, the tip of a blade sticking out of my gut. Blood streamed along the metal surface. What? I twisted my body, distinctly aware of any minuscule movement of the blade as it slid through raw flesh back at the hole it had entered. It was almost enough to make my legs buckle. When they finally managed to turn all the way around, there stood a large man, probably grinning. He kicked me backward, and then rammed his heel through the gash in my stomach.
How the fuck did he survive this?
I let out an animalistic howl. It was a pain unlike any I'd ever experienced before. I felt as though I had been struck by lightning. The only thing I had room for in my mind was overwhelming agony. And before long, I reached its breaking point. Damn it! And the whole world went black.
He missed the entire thing. We're never even gonna know who did it. This is either Maria or Morgana. Jacopo! Wake up, please! It's probably Maria since we know she didn't get taken. Wake up, please! Open your eyes! I can't have y'all died on me too. I'm begging you. Open your eyes. How the fuck did he survive that? I bet they're gonna go with the old standby of the sword missed all his vitals. Jacopo!
Where am I? The back room of the brothel. I'm alive? Where is she?
Lie back down, or are y'all trying to kill yourself? You're hurt bad enough as it is.
I've been bandaged up. They're still bright red. I guess the bleeding hasn't stopped. I'm cold.
I swear to God, I was sure I had lost y'all.
Maria, are you crying?
Y'all got a problem with that? Asshole!
I'm sorry. How many years has it been since I last saw her cry? It was back when she was 12, I think. Besides us, there were 2 other girls here. No sign of Morgana or Jaren.
Oh no. So Jaren got taken along with Morgana. Oh boy.
This can't be everyone who made it. Can it? I have to see.
What did I just say? Lie your ass back down. You'll need to give it some time to heal before you move around much. Jacopo!
Ignoring Maria's pleas, I stumbled my way toward the guest room, leaning against the wall for support. I had evidently lost quite a bit of blood. I was freezing cold and constantly on the edge of vomiting. My body was heavy,
like someone had strapped a boulder to my back. My vision swirled, distorting with each step I took. I knew it wasn't that long of a walk from the back to the front, but it felt like it would take me ages just to go down this hall. It's like I was on an endless march toward a vast, empty abyss. I braced myself. But what I felt when I stepped into that room was a despair too deep for words. The meager scraps of strength that had carried me this far dissipated. And I slowly slid down to my knees. The door hung open, a blood-soaked curtain flapping in the wind. The deep crimson was a stark contrast against the brightly colored fabric. The girls had dyed it themselves. I could still remember Maria first telling me about however many years before, her eyes alight with pride. How when you put a whole bunch of different colors together, it made the place seem almost otherworldly. And the patrons who have been drawn in by its allure today had not found themselves in the land of milk or honey, but instead been cast into a pit of death. Several corpses lay motionless around the room, their faces twisted in agony, their eyes vacant.
One thing I hope is that they do tell us, like, how and why the attack happened. Because that was never gone into in the original.
Their eyes vacant.
Damn this leather couch.
What the hell? Why? How could this happen? I asked, stupefied, neither expecting an answer, nor trying to place the blame on anyone's shoulders. It was an empty, meaningless lamentation, powerless as the man who had uttered it. All of us felt the same way. Hopeless, helpless, horrified.
That's possible, Jishan. Like, they smelled the food and thought it was like a... Yeah.
No more than an hour ago, we had been having a party, for God's sake. Fooling around like a bunch of idiots. The girls complaining about their clients, plenty of plates of food specifically made for her birthday. Her birthday. Where's Morgana?
I couldn't find her.
Why not?
I'm sorry. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find her. I'm so sorry.
I wanted to tell her how I wasn't blaming her when I couldn't find the words. If anyone, it was myself I was disappointed in. How could I have failed to keep her safe? Why have I been unable to find her? Why was I so damn powerless? This was supposed to be a good day for her. I wanted to make Morgana's 12th birthday into a special occasion. Something truly memorable. To celebrate the bright future ahead of her. And I failed in the worst way imaginable. It was supposed to be a celebration of life. It ended in a pile of corpses. Most of the surviving girls taken captive. And the brothel in shambles.
Seriously, Ji-chan, yeah. God intervened to prevent Morgana and Jacopo from being together, yeah. Yeah, that's seriously. You know, I'm kind of glad that this is a prequel in that, because we know it's a small comfort in knowing how the story ends between Morgana and Jacopo, and I really do like in the end how in the original it was resolved and what Morgana said to Jacopo in the end. I really think that was a good conclusion to this little arc right here. But my god, the road there is creepy as fuck. Oof. And I don't care right now for how it's being presented. But I do like how it was resolved in the original story.
And Morgana, who was all supposed to be 4, was most likely dead as well. She was dead.
Okay, so he's gonna think she's dead until, yeah.
Morgana was dead. Before I had the chance to say anything. The girl I loved was gone. All because I was weak. Because I hadn't been cautious enough. Because I was completely, utterly powerless.
Oh boy. Further on the road to destruction.
And now she was gone for good. Before I had managed to make her smile even once. I was gonna show the world how full of myself was I. I hadn't done a single damn thing for her. Ah! Physical strength was meaningless, but what I wanted to achieve. What good was being number 2 in a little band of peacekeepers if I couldn't even stand up to a pack of bandits? I didn't have any real power. I was worthless, helpless, weak. My sole job was to keep this place safe. And it was painfully clear now how unsuited to the task I was. My initial fears were right. It was only the 4 of us who had made it through the assault. Maria said that while they had made it to the cellar safely, they were soon discovered and most of the girls taken captive. Jaren included. If only she had quit, left the brothel, taken up singing at the pub, then she could have been spared this.
So yeah, Jaren's gonna be with Morgana. And I guess we're gonna see how she was treated there. Oh boy. Hey, Lambda. You missed a lot. Welcome to the stream.
Spared having to be kidnapped for a 3rd time. Because she thought of us as family.
Yep, it happened already, Lambda.
Because she cared about and wanted to be with us. She was taken away. If I had power, this all could have been prevented. Not physical strength or skill with a blade, but real, meaningful power. Political influence, input. If I weren't a peasant, no one would dare stand up to me. No petty thieves would even ever consider raiding my property. I could have hired guards to watch over the brothel. The only reason the Lord, that reprehensible man, was still alive was because he had real power, enough to assure his own safety. If I had that kind of power, everyone would still be here, safe and sound.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go.
I could have made certain of that. Maria wouldn't be crying. Jaren was to be still part of our family. And she, Morgana, would still be alive. She would still be by my side. That one simple thing could keep anything like this from happening again.
Exactly, Ji-chan, yep. Ugh.
In short order, Gratian burst into the brothel.
So I guess he's not one of the guys there did that.
Seeing the carnage, you wailed in grief, which quickly transformed into fury. I watched on, only really half paying attention as he raged. He marched over and said something or another, though I couldn't say what. After the fact, Maria told me I had been as stupid the whole time Gratian was there. He had apparently tried to cheer me up, though soon found himself frustrated, and finally disappointed in me. It took 3 days for me to get back on my feet. There was no sign of Morgana's body anywhere in the ruins of the brothel, which meant there was a chance, however slight, she was still alive. I clutched tight to that tiny sliver of hope, searching desperately for any sign of her. Maybe she had realized something was wrong and gone into hiding. No matter how many people I talked to, no one had seen anyone who matched her description. She was just gone like a puff of smoke.
Hold on, just changing my sitting position here.
Which left two possibilities. Either she had been taken along with the other Goyles to be sold off.
I wonder, I forget why they even took her, because even Morgana made a good point, like they would think she had some kind of disease. I forget why they even took her.
Either she had been taken along with the other Goyles to be sold off, or she had been killed, and her body disposed of somewhere out of sight. Well, the latter seems significantly more likely. Deep down, I still yearn for even the slightest trace of her. Maria encouraged me to let go to move on, though I knew her well enough to know it wasn't out of a lack of compassion. The whole affair had visibly taken its toll on me. One day, about a week later, my wounds were still healing. I made my way through the slums. Nestled away in an alleyway stood a nondescript little shack.
Here we go, here's the fortune teller scene.
I knocked on the door, and just a few moments later, it slid barely half an inch open, just enough for the sole resident to peer out at me, suspicion clearly visible in her eyes. But once she realized it was me, warmth filled her gaze. And she waved for me to come inside, a gesture that somehow made it feel like I was being invited to another world entirely. Beyond the door stood a noblewoman, who had held herself with an elegance and grace unbefitting of the slums, but a darkness that felt right at home.
Yep, and this is how he does it. I'm sorry, Ji-chan. I hope I'm not affecting your nail polishing here. I had heard about the attack on the brothel, and that you were hurt. I'm so glad to see you're well.
You were concerned about my safety? The woman pulled back her hood, revealing her face. The age had clearly begun to take its toll on her. There was still a striking beauty to her, kind of beauty impossible to attain down here in the dregs of society. Her hair was a point brown, her skin dark, and her facial structure somewhat similar to mine. I remember this wasn't the first time I had seen her. That was fairly recently, not that many years ago she would have me believe. We had briefly crossed paths on the day of the Midsummer Festival. The woman I had bumped into, that was her.
Of course. Show me a mother who is not always concerned about her child's safety. And that's another thing, yeah, we didn't even know, we never even found out if this lady was his mother or not. I wonder if we'll find that out. It looks like she's not, being given a sprite. The woman's name was Ginevra, and she claimed to have been a maidservant for the previous lord. Hello, Princess of Valets, welcome to the stream. It was unusual enough for someone of her stature to be living in a rundown shack in the slums, but her story got even stranger. She had supposedly had intimate relations with him. She had born his illegitimate son. Really? You think that's Morgana's mother? I wouldn't be surprised. That would be insane to think about, though, if that was actually her. But she's not a noble woman. Oh, hello, apparition! And a month earlier, she had come to me and said that I was the child.
Says the woman I'd never seen until a month ago.
Physical distance has no bearing on a mother's love. If you had gone to speak with the Lord and revealed your lineage, when I first came to see you, you would never have been in that kind of danger. Ginevra spoke as though she knew exactly what had been going on through my mind this past week. The very words that had dominated my thoughts as I looked out upon the wreckage.
If only I had done as she said and asserted my nobility. Then I would have had the power to prevent the attacks on the brothel, to protect the people I loved. If what Ginevra said was true, the Bonnier family once possessed more land than even the king. The land and the family was divided up between each of their sons. The Bonniers were only a few generations removed from the current royal family, which is why they controlled so much land in the first place. And that meant though it had diluted with each successive generation, there was still royal blood in the Bonnier bloodline. And a child begotten by the previous lord was more than entitled to a place among the nobility. However, realistically speaking, even if I had lent my ear to her cajolery, it wouldn't have changed anything. A voice that could very well no longer be in this world. I wasn't stupid. This noblewoman, she was just using me.
There is still time. Go to the Lord's manor. Show him.
I'm not really a son, am I?
Ginevra fell silent for a moment, observing me.
I had no memories of my mother. Sure, it might be nice if she were to show back up someday, but it just wasn't likely. Her whole story was extremely contrived. The sun could decide to rise from the west one day, and there would still be not a drop of noble blood in my veins. I knew perfectly well how filthy the blood in me was. Discussions will progress much smoother if we both know what the other wants out of this arrangement. Start by telling me who you really are. Were you actually a maidservant for the previous lord?
Yes, I was. She gave a nod, then walked over to a grimy shelf and retrieved a ring that looked very much out of place. It was made of gold, engraved with an elaborate insignia. There wasn't a metal worker anywhere near in the slums, or the city proper at that, who could craft a piece so intricate. Look at this. It's the Barnier family crest. The previous lord gave me the ring as a gift, and I've kept it ever since then, even after our relationship was discovered and I was chased out. I didn't sell it because I knew I was with child. They will have no choice but to acknowledge you as a legitimate heir if you show them this ring.
Why did you wait so long to come find me then?
I was afraid they might kill you if I brought you in as a baby.
Why were we separated?
Misfortune. One day bandits came and kidnapped you. Presumably they were hired by the Barnier estate because they didn't want your existence coming to light. I consider it a miracle you're still alive.
I can only imagine the stern look on my face as I listened to Ginevra speak. Part of me did indeed want to take everything she said as true. Wanted to believe I was someone important. Wanted to grab hold of the fantasy that I did have some noble blood in me and never let go of it. Had I not come face to face with my own powerlessness a week earlier, perhaps I could have swallowed the delusion. Used it as a stepping stone for my dream to show Morgana the world. It would appear you've done your research. I don't have any other family, to the best of my knowledge, which does indeed make me a good candidate for you to step in and claim your stake on. If I were to guess, your child with the Lord has either passed away or never existed at all.
Damn, a lot of these lines are taken straight from the original here.
It's probably true that you worked at the Bonnier's manor. It's probably true that you had relations with the former lord. You were chased out and now you live in poverty.
You want to go back to your former, more comfortable life, and while you're out to take vengeance on the current lord. Or perhaps you simply want the entire noble class to suffer. Or perhaps you simply want the oh yeah, that you continue. The specifics of your motives are irrelevant, though. Being a woman, you have no means to accomplish that yourself. So you came up with the idea of using a fake son. If your child was still alive, he would be right about my age, wouldn't he? And we look similar enough for you to convincingly claim we're related. Thank God there's no such thing as a DNA test yet. But the biggest reason you chose me, because I've made somewhat of a name for myself. Because I was one of the people involved in inciting the revolt 3 years ago.
It's been 3 years.
The perfect choice to spearhead a revolution. How dramatic. The man who set the Lord's slaves free was secretly his family. The people would eat it right up. So how far off am I?
Ha! You're sharp for a filthy peasant. You would seem I chose wisely.
I was right. She was a manipulative, conniving shyster. But her insults didn't bother me in the slightest. Those words made me so much more sense than having any mad claim that I had royal blood with me. As I was some kind of hero. Following suit, I twisted my lips up into a smike. I was a filthy peasant, and I was fine with that. All it meant that I had to claw my way up to the top. I'm in.
Here we go. The grand scheme. Wow, they're really moving pretty far ahead with this plot. I wonder when we're going to switch to Morgana and see what she's doing.
Ginevra and I then discussed the details of a scheme, after which she gave me the Bonnier's ring. I doubt anyone would have imagined it would end up in the grimy ounce of a slum rat. Once the discussion was done, I headed straight to the pub where the rest of the gang liked to congregate.
Good. Ah! Jacopo! Should you really be on your feet so soon?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'm glad to hear it. And I'm so sorry about what happened at the brothel.
Is the gang here?
What? Oh, yes. Near the back.
Thank you.
Are you sure you're okay? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, just... I'll be back in a little bit. Just sorry. A little bit of break right now. I just need to check on something. Everything's fine, guys. Be back in a little bit. Just gotta take a bit bathroom break. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this lovely BGM right here. Okay.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Was just talking about going to whip her sore ass back in shape. You ain't stealing them open, are you? I get it, kid, I do. It's bollocks. It's your man. Instead of crying, you should be...
Grayson,
Yeah.
it's time we started ourselves a revolution. Are you just gonna stare at me or actually say something? You're the one that was going on about revolution this, revolution that.
I think it's being called shock to silence. Serious about this, Jacopo?
Am I one to joke about this sort of thing?
No, you're not. Yeah, sure as hell are you? Well, it's about damn time if I do say so myself. I knew you'd come around eventually. And you wouldn't stay sulky forever. Things will get way better once we rip that fucker's head off. Should cut down the number of people turned to thievery, so we'll never have to deal with anything like what happened at the brothel ever again. Never again, you hear me?
Indeed.
What do you have in mind, Jacopo? Didn't you say we need help from a noble to have a chance? We can figure that out after we crush the Lord's skull.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best plan.
What's gone into y'all? You're always going on about you want to stage a revolution. Never us talking about your pussy now.
No one's pussying out. It's just... we have a noble.
For real? Well, if y'all got it worked out, why didn't you just say so? So, who's our guy? Who's the noble who agreed to give us a hand?
The former lord's illegitimate son.
His actual son? Really?
Oh, that's the other guy.
His actual son? Really? That means he could legitimately inherit the lordship. Whoa, whoa. How the hell did you get in bed with the biggest fish in the city? You're telling the truth, this is huge. That don't give it a leg to stand on. That's what's the damn law on our side. So how hard it'd be to set up a meeting with the guy? This ain't some measly uprising. If we're going through with this, I'd like to see our royal sponsor for myself. You're looking at him. Say what? Like... No way, not a chance. Seriously, kid. Y'all need to find yourself a functioning sense of humor, cause that just ain't funny. I'm telling the truth, and this ring proves it. Hey, it's a nice ring and all, but...
Oh, that's the other. I keep thinking it's Gratian talking because his sprite's changing.
It's a nice ring and all, but how does it prove you're a Bernier? Where did you... How? This is the real deal. I was a slave at the Lord's Manor for a while. I've seen the family crest enough to recognize it. As I said, I'm not the kind of person to joke about this sort of thing. What? So wait, you're really... Holy shit! I can't believe it! One of us is an actual noble! You always did seem a little not like the rest of us, Jacopo. More uptight. Pretty sure I said the same thing when I first met you. That you look like some rich aristocrat kid. This is great, guys. We can actually do this. We can actually make this happen. Let's do it. Let's start a revolution. Yeah! Gratian? It's nothing. Just a surprise is all. Who'd have freaking thought? You, a noble. It's madness. How long have you known? Why did you tell me? I thought we were friends. I only found out recently. I'm sorry for keeping it from you. It all happened very suddenly. I was waiting for the right time to say something. No need to apologize, kid. Just put the wind back in our sails. Don't think I'm gonna start buttering up because you're bona fide stick up in the ass type now, though. Of course not. The last thing I want to see is you look at my feet. Alright, fellas. We got ourselves a noble. So let's set the date and get this ball rolling.
Yeah! God, that's hard to do. Jeez. Oh my God, my throat. Jeez. What had once been nothing more than a pipe dream was, against all odds, soon to be reality. I mean, there's no DNA tests or anything like that, so there's literally no way to prove that he isn't. It's like he literally looks like the woman that the Lord slept with. And so, since he looks like her and the Lord definitely slept with him and she's backing him up, like, because of the time they live in, there is no way for the Lord to refute that. Like, it's all just due to the mother's word, the fake mother's word. What had once been nothing more than a pipe dream was, against all odds, soon to be a reality. Everyone wanted the Lord removed from power. They were angry and frustrated, and on several occasions had even seriously considered resorting to another revolt to make it happen. But no one had been able to turn those emotions into actions. because they all knew a revolt was destined to be quashed before it made any difference. That there was no hope to be found down that path. But an actual revolution, that was another story. Especially with someone poised to take the Lord's place on their side. They had a fighting chance, and they had no reason not to take it. As the fire in their eyes fell to a blaze, mine seemed to sputter out, leaving behind a withered husk. I felt as though I was sitting in a theater, watching on as the story unfolded before me. No, that didn't quite capture how I felt. I wasn't even watching it with my own eyes, merely listening quietly as someone recounted for me their heroic dates. The fact that I was an indispensable part of this operation still hadn't fully sunk in. All I knew was that I wasn't completely powerless anymore. But when fiery passion and hope for the future filled Gratian and the rest of the gang, a dark, poisonous revulsion for God and fate streamed in to fill the hole left in me by the attack on the brothel. Preparations proceeded smoothly, with Ginevra providing inside information and guidance. As I expected, there was a not insignificant number of nobles dissatisfied with the way Bonnier ruled. And they were constantly looking for a way to eradicate the cloud of pestilence hanging over their land. Oh, hello, Buster. Welcome to the stream.
However, the Lord had eyes everywhere in the upper circles, and he was especially mindful of who associated with whom and how often. Any signs of opposition were swiftly dealt with before they had a chance to pose any threat. So the nobility needed an outsider, someone the Lord wasn't on the lookout for, to step in and assert power. Ginevra arranged for several guards in attendance within the Lord's manor to betray him on the day of the revolution.
Damn, we are going at light speed.
They would open the doors for us from the inside, and we would storm the manor. Structurally, the plan was similar to the slave revolt. The two major differences being my role, and the Lord's death being our primary goal. As the day drew nearer, it was all anyone in the slum seemed to be talking about.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Jacopo? Isn't this supposed to be a secret?
Though we did our best to encourage everyone to stay quiet so as to not alert the Lord, it was impossible to keep the excitement contained.
Oh, God. I hope that doesn't backfire on you.
And it wasn't long before word reached Maria's ears. She approached me, pale as a ghost, and attempted to talk me out of it.
Haven't y'all had enough danger for one life? Come on, forget all about this revolution stuff. We can build up a new brothel and just stay low for the rest of our days. Does that really sound so bad? You're the only friend I've got left, Jacopo.
She was practically begging, what she almost never did. While I sympathized with her, Maria's desperation did nothing to try my resolve. And before long, the day was finally upon us.
Hear me, my fellow citizens, who live in suffering at the hands of your supposed lord. Within me flows the blood of the previous lord. I am the rightful heir. Behold the Barnier's golden ring, proof that I am of noble birth. Victims of this terrible tyrant, the time has come to start anew, and I shall be the one to lead you down that path. The poor, the hungry, the deprived, all of you, stand with me! Before we commenced our strike on the Lord's Manor, I gave a little speech in the city square. Not because we actually needed them to take up arms and fight with us, but because we needed to make a public proclamation of our position before overthrowing the Lord. They needed to know we were not merely opponents of the Lord, but proponents of the common man. That we had a legitimate cause and a legitimate claim to power. If we were to leave them in the dark, it would only sow confusion and unrest when word of the Lord's death came out. They had to see us as their liberators, not a greater evil swooping in to squash a lesser one.
Oh my god, apparition, that is amazing. Oh my god.
The Lord had been squeezing everything he could out of them for years, sucking them dry, so I didn't expect anyone to actually have the willpower to join us. The important thing was that they knew who I was, but I underestimated them. A slow trickle of people stood to join us, and by the time we were at the city's edge, we accumulated dozens of additional men, transforming a little uprising into something of a much greater scale. The people had been waiting, day in and day out, for someone to take up their banner and lead the way. It didn't matter if the one holding the banner did so under false pretenses. Intruders! We're under attack! Yeah! Revolution! Get him!
Oh! Here we go. Oh wow, this is a lovely view.
With that added support, our forces rendered the men at defenses practically useless. Townsfolk flooded the property, overwhelming even fully armored soldiers. Farmers turned the tools of their trade into deadly weapons, plunging all manner of spiked implements into guards' necks. It didn't take long for the pungent stench of blood to fill the air.
Damn, they are just blasting through this.
Panicked servants scrambled away from the chaos as quickly as they could manage. And I made my way through the corridors to the Great Hall, where the Lord presumably waited, Gratian at my side.
Time for a boss battle.
We're here to relieve you of your head, Lord! Have these savages removed from my property immediately.
Yes, my lord.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised defenses are heaviest here. Watch yourself, Gratian. You can shove that concern right back where it came from, kid. I ain't about to let a bunch of mooks do me in. I'm a main character with Sprite and all. No number of these pansy little fuckers is enough to take me down. Is there any situation capable of tempering that big mouth of yours? You can handle all the gods, then. I'll take care of the Lord. You want to take the prize off for yourself, eh, kid? Normally I'll tell you to piss off. But I'll give you this one. What the people want, besides, makes a better story. Thank you for understanding. Remember, if you screw this pooch, I'll make sure you're the laughingstock of the whole city. Don't worry. Oh. I will come back with his head. The fact that Bonnier was still here suggests he knew he had nowhere else safe for the fleet to. Unlike the slave revolt 3 years prior, we're entirely on the offensive this time. He didn't appear particularly perturbed about his predicament, though. He had likely little doubt he would make it through the day safely. I knew Bonnier was skilled with a sword, and despite all Grayson's talk, the guards he had kept by his side were hardly going to be third-rate. They would be the best of the best. Pray and Grayson will be able to hold them off long enough. I weave my way through the wall of armed men. Marching straight for Lord Bonnier. He slowly drew his sword, ready himself for combat. Well, imagine that. It's you again. I had assumed you had died off in a hole somewhere. Hate to disappoint you, but staying alive is one of my few talents. How fitting for a filthy maggot. Well, I hope you're ready to be devoured by that very maggot.
Damn! Wow, that's a CG. Jeez, they almost do look alike in a way. You could really buy the story that he's his son.
It would seem your tongue has gotten rather sharp since we last met, though I didn't remind you how this played out 3 years ago, do I? Your blade will never get anywhere near my head. I will, however, give you a good reminder of how precisely feeble and worthless you slum rats are. Within me flows the blood of the royal family, direct descendants of God himself, while your blood is made from the refuse of the earth. We are no more the same species as a worm is a wolf. Your very being in my presence is a slight of the highest order. I think you'll find our blood is much more similar than you think. When I take that ugly head off your shoulders, we can both get a good look at how equally filthy your blood is to mine. I am not the boy I was 3 years ago. I'll drag you down from your throne on high and show you for the dregs of the earth you really are. You would dare insult me, cur!
Wait, I'm sorry, my voice is a little... I gotta switch to my own voice for the narration. We treated strikes, going on offensive and defensive in roughly equal parts. Bonnier was quick on his feet and quicker with his blade. When I attacked, he swayed effortlessly out of his path, like a stalk of wheat in the wind. And when he attacked, he was like a typhoon. He had a prowess that could never be overcome with brute strength. However, I had not spent the last 3 years idle. By God, I could hardly imitate the refined swordsmanship of a trained nobleman. I had a much better grasp on how and when to most effectively put my weight into a swing, how to maintain the ideal amount of distance between us. And there was one key difference. I had no intention of running. Either I would take off his head, or I would end up as a bloody heap on the floor. There was no other way this battle could end.
Think about what you're doing, slum rat! About who you're pointing that blade at. An attack on me is an attack on God. It is an act of unspeakable sacrilege. Little late to take the moral high ground. You that afraid of dying? Then put your tail between your legs and start running. You insolent! I am the rightful heir of the Bonnier family. The blood of kings of old flows in my veins. And I am the ultimate ruler of this land and my people! I would never condescend to turn my back to a worthless rat! Well, don't say I didn't give you that choice. That just means we'll keep on doing this until one of us is dead.
Damn. Every swing, every step, every slight shift of balance had a little more weight than the last. But unlike last time, where the pressure had only served to light a fire under me, it was now building up inside me, growing, taking form. I could now perfectly trace the path of his blade dancing through the air. Back then, the only advantage I had over Barnier was physical strength and pluck, but things were very different now. He was agile, but I could keep up with him. No, I was beginning to overtake him.
Allow me to borrow your words if you would. Perhaps you should say the snide yapping when you have the skill to back it up. Don't get cocky, you insignificant rat! You treacherous cur!
The Lord swung down at me with all his strength, but I managed to parry the strike with little trouble. In that moment, I had undeniable power. Power. That's right. I wasn't powerless. And I could never let myself be powerless again. Ever. And if I couldn't manage that, then I deserved to rot here as the weak, worthless man I was. I had the chance here and now to take out not only the Lord, but the old me of old as well. The helpless, impotent boy who couldn't even protect the ones he loved. Uh-oh.
That's exactly what I'll do. I'll show you that I'm not who I used to be. That I'm not that sniveling little boy from 3 years ago. Gah!
Before long, Barnier was coming up against the far wall.
You impudent worm!
We were both breathing hard, dripping with sweat. The air seemed to waver like there was a fire burning between us. A fire fueled by our own souls. And that heat extended to the entire hall, in staunch defiance of the cold winter sitting beyond the walls. Perhaps the room had transformed into one of the halls of hell itself.
Where's your god now, huh? It's time to end this. Your time on this earth has come to an end, Barnier.
And then he unleashes his secret technique. I readjusted the grip on my sword. Repositioned my feet on the hard floor, lining everything up for my final strike. And threw an extra little fuel on the fire before breaking into a dash.
Jacopo! Sword bash!
However, who's saying wait? Wait! Oh no! Jared is here?
Whoa.
What the fuck? The last person I expected to see stood there between me and the Lord, bringing me to emergency stop just a moment before I would taken off his head.
Jared?
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? I thought thought she was with Morgana. But because I've been running at full speed, I staggered, almost tripping before catching my balance. She reached out, placing her hands on my shoulder, pleading me with eyes the color of early spring leaves. Oh no. Oh no. I could see myself aghast reflected in those eyes. I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have hesitated. I should have knocked Jaren to the side and taken off Barnier's head. A torrent of questions rained down on me, entangling me from head to toe like a spider's web. Why? How? What was Jaren doing here? Why'd she ask me to stop? Why was she standing between me and Barnier?
No.
The answer hit me like a bolt of lightning. Only 4 people had survived the raid on the brothel. But we had prepared a safe room underground in case of emergency, and the stairs down there were hidden beneath the floorboards. I bet... Did the Lord buy her off the slavers? Oh God. But we were safe room underground and stairs down there with the floorboards. And Maria had said they were found quickly and most of the girls taken captive. Were you just playing dumb the whole time?
You didn't.
The attack had been well organized and large scale. Oh no. Could the aroma of the herbs, which was strong enough to be smelled outside, have been some kind of signal?
How could you? How could you betray us?
This truly is the worst possible ending to this story. Everything is this is literally the worst timeline. There is no way things could possibly be worse. Oh my God. What came out of my mouth was not words, though, but a pained, visceral wail.
Ah!
But overpowering everything else I felt was paralyzing shock. The blade sticking out of Jaren's chest pierced my breast. Oh my God. Our blood flowed down opposite ends of the silver edge, melting into a single stream. Oh no. I completely lost any sense of what was happening. Left only with crushing bewilderment. What the actual fuck is going on? Barnier let a deep, billowing laugh from behind Jaren. The sound resonated throughout the blade in his hand. I could literally feel him mocking me from inside my body.
Why? How could you do that, Jaren? No. How could you, Barnier?
Oh my God, top 10 anime betrayals for sure. Oh God. What the actual fuck? She was secretly evil. Yeah, unironically, top 10 anime betrayals. Like, what the actual fuck? Jaren had double-crossed us. I was not expecting that. Oh my God. As much as I didn't want to believe it, I no longer had much of a choice. She had claimed she thought of us like family, but in reality she was colluding with the Lord. She was the one who had brought ruin upon the brothel. I couldn't reconcile with what I saw, with what I thought I knew. I couldn't forgive that kind of betrayal. This pure Fata Morgana. You think it can't get worse? Fata Morgana says, bet. Right there. Oh my god. Hello, Velka. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Yep, I hope you know what's going on in the story right now. Oh my god. I hope you've seen the previous ones. Oh boy. And I couldn't even begin to comprehend Barnier's actions.
How can you hide behind her when she stood up for you? How can you so readily cast her aside? She saved your life. How could you do this to her? What are you laughing at? Look at the girl. Look at her face.
Oh no. What? Why was cheering? How could she possibly smile about any of this? What was going through her mind? Had she gone mad? I'd never seen her like... Wait. Yes, I had. I knew that smile. All too well. What is going on? When the realization struck, an almost painful chill crawled up my spine. Jaren was always smiling. She could break the ice with anyone in no time. She brought laughter wherever she went. She was endlessly cheerful and sincere to a fault. My God! She was secretly evil the entire time! Whoa! That is incredible. And heartbreaking. Flashes of our time together rushed through my mind. That was a well-done plot twist. Wow. Oh my god. She was...
Presumably, you're thinking the girl's gone mad, but that isn't quite right. No. She's been mad all along.
She was your little fucking Harley Quinn, wasn't she? Oh, God.
What? Could anyone in their right mind keep smiling after seeing their parents murdered and being sold off? Could anyone in their right mind genuinely believe that they don't have a sorrow in the world? Could anyone in their right mind be smiling with a sword sticking out of their chest? I can't. The girl's immalleable mirth is but a different shade of madness. If she weren't mad, she wouldn't be smiling! Jaren lacks the capacity to comprehend negative emotions. That can't be. She's compassionate, empathetic. There's no way she doesn't understand those emotions. It's cold, good old-fashioned, hard work. She pretends to show compassion. Despite the fact that others' pain is incomprehensible to her. No, I refuse. You can't tell me there haven't been moments where you've seen the seams in her act. In one of our conversations, I had asked Jaren Have you ever never felt you got the short end of the stick? To which she had responded.
I don't know what the stick even looks like. Never mind which end is the short one. She was playing dumb the entire time! Oh my god. Wow!
Violet assumed she'd either moved on, or her threshold for happiness was on the low side. The scale she waited on was outright broken. To tell you the truth, I'm rather fond of the girl. After all, I am a madman myself!
She's his fucking Harley Quinn. My god.
I wanted to shut out his words, to act like it was all crazy blather, like I didn't see any truth in it. But all the proof I needed was staring right at me. Jaren was smiling, as bright and genuine as ever. The same smile she always showed us. As blood streamed down the blade in my chest. And I still couldn't believe it. So I couldn't accept that she had chosen this man over us. You said you thought of us like family, Jaren. What happened to that? What happened to all of our time together? You would throw it all away for him?
Jockey, remember what I said?
Excuse me?
That I had my eye on someone.
And?
I love you, Jackie. And everyone else at the brothel. But there's someone I love even more. You know, I'm not the cleverest girl. I can only see what's right in front of me.
How impossibly idiotic could I be? She never had an eye for me. Her orders always belonged to Bonnier. I was being presumptuous when I assumed she was talking about me at the festival. Why him, though? Why this man of all people? I about fell to my knees, but I managed to hold my balance long enough to stagger back. When the tip of Bonnier's blade stripped from my chest, the blood it had been holding back didn't seem to rush out all at once. And with it went everything I was feeling. Some revolution this turned out to be! Rat! As a parting gift, I'll let you in on a little something. The girl was my pawn from the very beginning. An informant set to keep me apprised of anything that might spark opposition. If someone's amassing wealth illegitimately, I have them killed, or forced to surrender all their assets to me. If someone says something disagreeable about me, I have them hanged. That scheming wench, Ginevra, was it? Is probably at the bottom of a river by now. But it would seem I had failed to keep everything under control. Seeing as you're still breathing and dragging a pack of mindless peasants around with you. That's only a minor inconvenience, though. All I have to do is take off your head. And then, without their leader, they'll regress back to the ignorant swine they are. No, it's time we put this ludicrous revolution to rest!
Barnier shifted backward slightly, making to pull the sword from Sharon's chest. Sharon, sorry. She moaned, the sound a mixture of agony and ecstasy. You like that voice apparition? Thanks, considering it's a brand new one I made for this series. Oh wait, no, it's not a brand new one. It's the Hamel. That's right, it's the voice I used for Hamel in Higginbana. I thought I could hear the flesh ripping as the blade passed through it. Oh, thank you, Velka. I should have been readying myself to fight again, to brandish my sword and take this bastard's head. But I couldn't move an inch. Everything seemed to grow distant. My spirit was on the verge of collapse. The fire that had blazed within me had been snuffed out in an instant. Countless memories crumbled before my eyes. I feel the exact same way. Oh God. The word death flashed through my mind, but it brought with it no fear, only vast hopelessness. Don't you? But as the last of my will threatened to slip from my grasp, I heard a voice. Remember what I said.
What?
Oh my God! That I want to be together with you forever. Oh my God! This is badass!
What do you think you're doing? Let go of the sword, Jaren!
Lucidity came rushing back to me. And a split second later, I understood what she meant, what she wanted. I didn't give myself a chance to consider where the road might lead. If I want to walk down it, if I would come to regret that decision, or if it was the right thing to do. There was no time to think, only act. I couldn't let this opportunity go. Come on, Jacopo! So I shut everything out. My mind, my looming conscience, my sense of right and wrong, my heart, my love, my anger, and all of my fury. I just shoved aside every possible distraction, and rekindled the near extinguished fire of my rage. Let out a visceral howl.
Ah!
Oh! Oh my God, wow, that was a CG. And swung. I could feel the impact of my arms as the blade tore through flesh and bone. Jaren's lifeless body dropped to the floor with a thud. And the tip of my blade ripped a gash in Barnier's throat. Oh my God, he's gonna bleed out his throat. Yes! Wow. Yes, slowly and painfully. A geyser of blood erupted from his neck. He bent over, writhing in agony, and staggered back a few steps before his legs gave out and he dropped to his knees. His eyes were open wider than I thought possible, and he brought both hands up to his throat to stem the flow of blood. But it did little to help, the crimson stream still seeping through the gaps in his fingers. With each beat of his heart, the flow surged, sending up sprays of lifeblood.
Impossible! I was right. Noble blood and peasant blood all look the same.
Grunting and groaning, Barnier pawed at the floor, evidently still convinced he could scamper off and escape somehow. He left behind a trail of blood as he crawled. It was, by all rights, over. However, there was still one last thing to take care of. What a scene! What a scene! However, oh yeah, I read that line. I marched over the Lord and placed my foot in his back, slamming him down to the ground.
Ah! I'm not leaving without your head. And I owe it to Jaren to reunite you. Wait! If you kill me, the neighboring counts, I'll sure to intervene before you even realize what's happening. Put down the sword, and I'll spare you. You'll spare me. You're in no position to be sparing anyone. You're either a fool or a hopeless optimist. You're not a lord anymore. You have no power. You're just a sick worm. And the counts, they won't be an issue. I'll be taking over for you, after all. Is that so? How are you planning to do that? You're a peasant! Ginevra entrusted me with a ring that bears the Barnier family crest. I'll use that to make myself out to be the successor to the royal family. And what will you do once you fake your nobility? You have no experience, not the faintest idea how to be a lord. I'm sure I'll govern better than you ever did. You're out of your mind! A peasant like you couldn't govern an empty plot of land! Not that being a noble makes one any more qualified, as you've more than clearly demonstrated. I'll take your seat, and then I'll take the world. Ludicrous. Think very hard about this, boy! Killing me will be a mistake you can never fix.
I'm taking a break from it with the narration. Void Dweller. Okay. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Put down the sword. Does death frighten you so much that you would deign to beg for your life, Lord? Like I said before we began, though, the only way this ends is with one of us dead.
I pressed my sword against Barnier's nape, then leaned into it hard. The blade sank into his flesh, the gash spreading like a crack in the glass. My god, my voice is at its limit. Yeah, definitely. Oh god. Jeez. Oh boy. Screams of agony echoed through the hall. All the blood in his body seemed to be trying to escape through the gaping hole, creating an ever-growing pool of red around us.
Before long, you too will be driven to madness. Excuse me? By the time you figured out what it means to be a lord, you won't be the kind-hearted friend of the people anymore! Living this life, having no one you could trust, it'll lead to aid you. And then you'll... Enough! You'll be your own executioner! Enough! I'll be waiting for you. Down in hell!
Oh boy. Oh god. Sorry, you guys. Oh my god. What a scene. That was an amazing scene. And now I'm feeling a bit dizzy from doing all those guy voices. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god.
Here, every god and every rebel. I hear of the Lord's head, taken by my own hands.
Thank God that Jacopo is easier to do than Barnier.
You have no reason to fight any longer. Put down your arms, all of you, and cease this meaningless battle. Our revolution has come to pass.
Oh, thank you, you guys. Oh god, I need some kind of throat lozenges. In less than a day's time, the Lord's manor had fallen. And by the time it was all over, it felt almost underwhelming how completely and utterly we had conquered them. Men cheered and shouted in celebration. Others borrowed suits of armor and pretended to be knights. A fire of a different color filled the manor's walls. They believed that with the Lord's death, everything would suddenly be better for everyone. That nobody would have to suffer anymore. That they would all be happy and live perfectly fulfilling lives. They had no logical reason to believe as such. Yet no one seemed to doubt it in the slightest. Everyone seemed to have forgotten that enacting change required work, and there was still much of that to be done. Thanks, apparition. I'm just gonna go get some kind of, I'm gonna get a drink, because my throat is kind of on fire. Oh, God. Let me just get a drink, you guys. Oh, God. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, oh my god, there's people that arrived while I was sick and getting my thing. Oh, jeez. Hello, cunning linguist. Hello, swords. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. Oh my god, jeez. That was an incredible scene, an incredible twist. Yeah, I know. I just really just want to finish up the scene. Yeah. I'm drinking. Jeez. I at least want to get off the black screen. Well, you know what? If you guys are really concerned, yeah. I'll stop here. Well. Oh my god. That was incredible, you guys. In-fucking-credible. Yeah, Source. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh, my voice. At least it's not hurting anymore. It's just, yeah, this happened. It's always Fata Morgana that does this to me. It's always Fata Morgana that fucks up my throat. The first one did too. Oh, thank you, Valka. It's all for you guys, and I have fun doing it. Let's see. Sunday is some more Art and Elico. If y'all want to see something much more lighthearted than this, then yeah, that's the one you want to see as well. Yeah, my voice got cursed by the Lord. And, yeah, so that'll be on Sunday. And then next Tuesday, we will continue with Fata Morgana. I don't know what anything could top that scene. That scene was incredible. Fucking incredible. Wow. I love that scene. Oh my god. Alright, you guys. So until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.